So we've got some really exciting news today. Something totally unexpected happened.
Nutmeg had a baby.
Yes, Nutmeg, our goat, had her kid today. It's right there. It's so cute. It's a dark cocoa brown. I'll have to look more closely, but I think from what I can tell, it's a little doeling. Anyway, the reason we are so surprised about this is that, let's see, I marked down on the calendar when I put Nutmeg and Blossom in with our buck a little bit, and that was in October. So according to my calculations, they shouldn't have been due till March. And see, at that time when I put Nutmeg and Blossom in there, Little Bit wouldn't have anything to do with Nutmeg at all. And so I didn't think that she got bred. And I actually seen him breed Blossom. So I know for sure what day she got bred. But since he was acting so violently towards her, we got her out of the pen that day. Well, get Nutmeg out. And then we waited a couple of weeks, and then we put her back in there with him, and you know, we never ever noticed him showing too much of an interest in her or anything. And so I left her in there a couple of weeks, and I really honestly was not sure if she had been bred. But now I understand why he wasn't showing any interest in her. It's because she was already bred like a whole month earlier. So now the question is, how did that happen? I mean, I think he must have escaped at one point or another. I just don't remember him doing that. But he must have, or he must have had some tricky little maneuvers in the fence somehow. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah, our milking days are going to come a lot sooner than I was expecting. Looks like we got a little doeling. She sure is a cutie. Nice dark cocoa brown. Still trying to figure out how to nurse. There she goes. Love that little tails just to go in. So now I'm getting ready to cook some ribs. Actually, there's some homegrown ribs. We are having our Valentine's Day celebration a little bit early because everybody's off, and everybody decided that they wanted ribs, so that's what I'm making. And my crock pot kind of croaked, so I'm going to use my Carry Smart Canner as my slow cooker today and put them in there and see how that works. So how I do ribs is I just go ahead and put them in the crock pot. And then I usually just take some barbecue sauce and just pour it over them. Then I layer the next ones in there. Or drizzle more sauce over them. Okay, and then I will, oh, first I gotta plug it in. Or no, it is plugged in. Okay, so press start. Oh, I see it's not plugged in. So, there we go. Okay, so we are going to slow cook cook time is going to be probably let's see. I guess that'll be good enough for now, and then we'll see how they are in that amount of time, and then just push start. And as soon as it reaches the right temperature, it will start cooking. And when you're slow cooking, you want to make sure that the pressure release valve is set on exhaust, so that way the pressure does not build up while it's cooking. So I'm going to leave them in there and let them cook for a little while we run to town, and then when we get back, I will check on them and see whether I need to adjust the time a little more or not. So we made it home, and somebody's excited. But anyway, everybody's rounding up their little Valentine gifts for everybody.
I need to go make mine.
Yes, you do. And I checked on the ribs, but I've already put them back in. They weren't quite done, so I decided to go ahead and pressure cook them for a little bit, so that way we can get them done quicker. And so I just put that in there for 25 minutes, and it's starting up again. Brooke's got something cool going on. Yes. Making some fancy brownies.
Well, what I was originally going to do was I was going to cut it, but since I forgot to grease the pan, I think I'm just going to do one giant heart.
Oh, okay.
So. Oh, gosh dang. That was way more than what I was needing. Gosh dang.
Oh, how cute.
You should dye it pink. I don't know how you would do that though, but good coloring.
That turned out cute. I like that.
There's one thing I need, and I don't know how to do it.
Oh, what is it?
I can't say. You might hear.
Want me to help you, homie?
Or can Dad not hear either?
No one can hear.
Not even me?
You can't.
Mom here then. No one can hear.
Mom can hear.
Mom, well, we all know Mom's a privilege to
I got 3 sizzle flowers like this.
Mm-hmm.
All different colors. Because I got these that got dyed.
Those
and
are pretty.
have sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
There's these that they also dyed. Can you grab it? The flowers are about to fall. I'm going to cut all the flowers really short and put them in here. How would I do the water?
Well, first of all, we need to see if those things will hold water and not leak out. Okay?
Yes.
If they do, then is what you can do is you can maybe go ahead and arrange the flowers in there the way you want them, and then just go set them on the table, and then we can add water in a little while. Does that work? Okay, so this is done pressure cooking, and I'm going to check it out and see how it looks. Looks like they're done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on my broiler pan and broil them. Okay, and then I'm going to cover them with barbecue sauce. Okay, and then I'm just going to put them in the oven.
What's in my room, guys?
and broil them until the sauce kind of gets caramelized on it. While the meat's broiling, I'm going to go ahead and warm up some homegrown canned green beans. Okay, so we have ribs and salad and sauerkraut and green beans. The green beans and ribs are homegrown and the sauerkraut's homemade. And tomatoes. They're not homegrown, those are store-bought. But they would be if it was summertime.
Good.
Okay, so now we're gift time. Aren't those just beautiful? Miley made those
I still have to grab one.
herself.
Should I bring all of them out? Should I bring Grandma's out too?
I'll make a lovely centerpiece on my desk.
There is no water in those yet. Just like you
Oh my
guys
word,
know.
they're real. I thought they were plastic.
I thought they were plastic flowers myself.
No.
They smell, oh, it smells legit.
I decided we'd run out here real quick and check on our little baby before we called it a night. A nice, healthy, active little guy. Actually, I should say little gal. That makes such a good mama. Aren't ya? I just have to zoom in on the little face, Brooke says. So just a little closer. There we go. So cute.